today's episode, we talk about the most iconic mascots in video game history. We utilize the power of our new scoreboard, and a previous gamer comes back to exact their revenge in today's redemption challenge. With all that said, my question to you is, you got game? Bienvenidos, SPTV viewers, to another episode of You Got Game, the show that tests your video game knowledge while also leaving enough leeway to button mash your way through. Today's pair of button smashers are Bree Drew's Big Daddy and John Tobin, Resident Sleeper. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Pretty good, yeah.
That's pretty good. You guys excited for today's episode?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited as well.
All right, awesome. As I mentioned, today's episode is all about mascots with the unfortunate absence of Stevie Pointer, but we'll overlook that. Let's get down to business. I will ask you a multiple choice questions relating to video games. And when I say go, you may buzz in and attempt to answer that question. If you're right, you get a point. If you're wrong, your opponent gets a better shot at getting the answer right. We go for 5 rounds, and whoever wins becomes today's epic gamer. And the loser is deemed a fake gamer. However, not all hope is lost, because fake gamers can be redeemed by a redemption challenge, which we will reveal later on. With that ready, are you guys ready to get going?
I have a question. Can we keep our hand here, or do we have to put it
You can keep your hand there.
Okay.
I will tell you when I say go, then you press your button.
Okay.
All right. Question 1. Although he is a man of few words, the protagonist of Half-Life helped push Steam into the digital gaming powerhouse that it is today. My question is, what is the name of Half-Life's protagonist / mascot? A. Gordon Freeman, B. Gary Newman, or C. Nathan Vetter? Answer, go.
A. Gordon Freeman.
Very swift answer, which is correct. Half-Life's protagonist is named Gordon Freeman. In Half-Life 2, a little bit of trivia. They pushed the Steam store in Half-Life 2, requiring everybody who wanted to play it download Steam, which really helped people get Steam and then be able to have that foundation for Steam, bringing it to what we know today. Pretty interesting, I believe. Half-Life was one of the biggest games way back when, digital gaming wasn't even a thing. So, John, you're up 1 over Bree, and now we'll go to question 2. Y'all ready for that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question 2. The face of an era that nobody really asked for. This feline took the jump into 3D far too early, and as you can see with the visual aid in front of you, I would request you to click on the picture. This game featured probably the worst designed levels and worlds ever. Now, I ask you, who is the unfortunate mascot of this third dimension nightmare? A. Heathcliff, B. R.D. Lightfoot, or C. Bubsy? Answer, go!
C. Bubsy the Bobcat.
Another swift answer, and is one that is correct. You seem to know your way around video games here, John.
Yep.
You got a bunch of experience with that kind of stuff?
Most of my life, yeah.
Interesting. So, Bree, you're falling behind in 2 questions. What do you think about that so far?
I'm feeling kind of sad, like maybe I'm not a real gamer.
Well, in one way or another, we are all a little bit worthy of being gamers.
Okay, you're right.
So, with that, things are heating up, with John taking an early 2-0 lead. But as we remember from last episode, that can crumble very easily. When we return, we'll learn about popular mobile apps and restaurant-themed video games when we return.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Welcome back to You Got Game. So, when we left off, John had taken an early 2-0 lead, and Bree still struggling to get her points. So, Bree, do you think you can come back from this?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I hope so, yeah.
All right. Do you feel confident in any of your gaming knowledge?
Yeah, I do.
All right. That's all we need to go into our next question. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, popular phone app, Cut the Rope, introduced a simple game that featured a small green monster named Omnom in every level. My question is, what was the purpose of Omnom? A, he's collecting items that the ropes are holding. B, he's exploring and getting into rope-related trouble. Or C, the player must feed them. Answer, go!
I'm gonna guess C.
That is correct. The entire game is surrounding feeding little Omnom, and it's a very little cute game where you just give the little guy some candy.
Aw.
You guys like those phone app era days?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was pretty into them.
It's pretty nostalgic for me, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I remember those first games like Angry Birds and such,
yeah.
and how, this is a bit of a tangent, but how Angry Birds went into like a tirade of spin-offs that were genuinely amazing, I believe. So, Bree, you've got your first point and catching up to John. Will you tie it up in this next question? In question 4. Now, throughout video game history, big chain restaurants look to find new ways to advertise to customers. So they made one-of-a-kind video games featuring their mascots. Which mascot here does not have a video game title? A, the Arby's Oven Mitt from Arby's. B, Colonel Sanders from KFC. Or C, Burger King from Burger King. Answer, yes.
A.
That is correct. The Oven Mitt did not have any sort of video game tie-ins, simply because I believe the Oven Mitt was way too creepy to ever feature outside of their commercials. And Colonel Sanders, as many people probably know, has a dating sim surrounding Colonel himself, titled very bluntly, I love you, Colonel Sanders. And I'm pretty sure lots of people know about Sneak King. Do you have any comments on that?
It's a very interesting game. Not gonna lie, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a...
Kind of scary. It's like a horror game.
Yeah, really.
But you play as the monster.
It's like you were playing as the monster of the horror game, and everyone else is just there for the ride.
Yeah.
Okay, now, as I mentioned before, the losers of today's game will be deemed a fake gamer. But they have a chance to redeem themselves through a redemption challenge, which will be presented by last episode's redeemed gamer, Florence Anderson. Which I probably should have told her she was going to present it right now, but that's all right. She will be presenting the challenge when we come back from our commercial. Stay tuned.
Quiet on set.
We'll be back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take Ben.
Live at SPTV, mic check, audio check, news directors adjusting the sound, teleprompter running smoothly. Floor director, alert! Cameras are rolling, bring in the talent. Where's the makeup artist? Anchors ready for the news. Are you ready to join SPTV? That's a wrap. Lights out.
Welcome back to You Got Game! Our redemption challenge is prepared, and to present it, we have Florence Anderson here to tell you a little bit of a story of what this is.
Hello. Last week I had to eat an Oreo with wasabi in it. It wasn't fun. So this week I got to choose the redemption arc. I forced Ryan to let me choose it. So my mom loves me very much, so she buys me a lot of things, including the sugar-free coffee syrup for my coffee. It tastes really bad because it's sugar-free. Sugar-free things don't taste good. So whichever one of you loses has to drink a shot of this sugar-free coffee syrup. If you can guess the flavor, I will also make Ryan take a shot of it. So let's hope you can get it right.
Okay. Interesting. Hopefully, you guys have been very spot on with your guesses so far, so I'm not too confident in my chances here. With that being said, are you guys ready for your final question of the day?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sure.
We're tied 2-2. It all comes down to this. Treated as the unofficial face of the 2012 horror scene, this terrifying figure punctuated his arrival with this sound clip, which is going to play on the computer right there, followed by a little bit of a visual aid.
Scary.
All right. Very terrifying indeed. Now, the question I ask, who used this sound effect for their horror antics? Was it A, the Amnesia Monster, B, SCP-173, or C, Slenderman? Answer now!
C. Slenderman.
Is that your final answer?
I guess so.
That is correct!
Oh.
It is, in fact, the Slenderman. Debuting in 2012, he was just kind of a little long Slenderman stalker type person. I suppose pretty spot on since his name is quite literally Slenderman. And that will be the end of our game. Bree, I'm so sorry. You are deemed today's fake gamer, but if you choose, you can be redeemed with the redemption challenge and drinking a shot of whatever this is.
I need to redeem myself, otherwise
You must redeem
I
yourself.
can't
all right.
forgive myself.
Florence is bringing in the shot glass now,
Okay.
filled with the syrup.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there's not a lot in there. I was expecting like a full shot.
I wanted to fill it all the way, but I thought that might be too mean.
Oh no. Heard a little bit of a pushback there.
Yeah, there was. It was like, no. Ooh, the aftertaste is probably the worst part.
So what would you guess that contents is?
It's s'mores.
S'mores. Is that correct, Florence?
That is correct.
Oh, great. I wasn't expecting that to actually guess that.
It's not that bad.
It's not that.
No,
you
I
say
kind of like
that.
it.
You say that. I guess I need a shot of this s'more syrup then.
Yeah.
We'll take that glass.
Probably want to wash
I
it
was
out.
Yep, we're gonna get one of the cleaning wipes real quick.
we have to disinfect it before we pour it for myself to keep COVID regulations. Oh crap! I was notoriously bad for drinking down like cough syrup and stuff like that, so this is not going to be great.
It's better than cough syrup.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for that. Hopefully that rings true. Before we do that, thank you SPT viewers for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, then why not hit like, share with your friends, and if you have any gaming knowledge of your own, then feel free to comment down below, and we'll try and make them into questions for our show. So subscribe to SPTV so you can stay up to date on our shows, and we'll see you next time. Oh, God! That's not good.
It was kind of good.
Thanks for coming.